Hello, hello, Crossroads Witches and other interesting magical beings. Y'all know every time I'm excited, I get the opportunity to sit down, do one of my videos up, my notes where I was sitting here thinking on it. Last time I talked about new witch, beginner witches, and some of their pitfalls. Now I want to talk about the older witches and some of the pitfalls that you have, that I have, that we have. And the first one I want to talk about is burnout. All right? This happens to a lot of older witches, a lot of magic folk, where you're like, I've already been to that Sabbat. I've already been to that full moon. I've already been to that festival. And you reach burnout, all right? And how to manage it, especially those in which are facilitators, or you're standing center of a circle in any way. Burnout is just, guys, come on, self-care, self-care. First of all, making sure that when you go to these events that your expectations match the reality. Y'all know what I'm saying. We all get dressed up to find out it ain't a dressed up event. And you're like, but burnout is common, and when it does happen, it's okay to step away from your altars, witches. It's okay to forget whatever moon cycle is. If that's the season you're in, embrace it. Do not beat yourself up over it. I think the biggest thing I see with burnout is not the fact that burnout's happening, it's the fact the way we treat ourselves when it does happen. All right, we just start beating ourselves up. I should be doing that. Why don't I feel this way? All right, and that little na of negativity gets in our ear. And when you're just not feeling it, don't do it. A good way to avoid burnout is to stop saying yes. You don't have to go to a mall. All right? Not every full moon is meant for every witch to dance around. I've had some full moons where I've just been like, I ain't doing it tonight. I ain't feeling it for whatever reason. And I honor that instead of forcing myself to do it. All right? That is the precursor to burnout when we start making ourselves go. Don't make yourself go. All right? Take a break. Take a moon off, take a Sabbat off, take a year and a day off, take it whatever time you need off, and do not feel guilty about it. Now, next one I want to talk to you witches about is being in a rut. Y'all know, y'all are in a rut. Same way, you don't really think about it, it's automatic, you have your altar, you dust it, nothing really changes, and you realize that you put yourself almost in this self-imposed bubble, in a rut. You know, nothing's really changing, but it's not really that bad, it's not really that good either, all right? When we find ourselves in those moments of same old, challenge yourself. Now's the time to go do something you have on your list of I've always wanted to. All right, now's the time to change it up a little bit, do something completely, out of the norm for whatever is you. I always, put on your tiara, dress up one night just because, okay? But change it up. We always, variety is the spice of life. So always be looking to challenge yourself. Next one I want to talk about with our older witches is we get lonely. Solitaire witches. And it was too funny because I was talking with a witch who was talking about she was lonely. And I'm like, well, get out. And she's like, I don't want to meet new people. I was like, so you're lonely and you don't want to meet new people. And I think she summed up sometimes how a lot of us feel, all right? And yeah, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to get out into community. You're going to have to get over the new people phobia. Get out. We have so many different mediums with virtual realm as well as in real life. simply drive down to a metaphysics store, all right? You know, get on the social media platforms and find a group that is your flavor, and start pressing like on some of the pictures. But get yourself out there. And if you really do want to be part of the community, you're going to have to get in your car, you're going to have to get on the bus, whatever your mode of transportation, and you're going to have to go there. All right? It is hard, especially for, like I said, some of us older solitaires were like, no, I've been doing it my way. I really don't want to. And then we sit there going, no, I'm so lonely. Yeah, go. Our bookstores are starting to have workshops and gatherings. Go one night. All right. You know, and the last thing I want to talk about is disconnected. The feeling of just disconnected. All right, and this is both in spiritual, magical, and our physical realms I'm speaking of when we have this. This is a red flag for self-care. This is a time to be taking those showers, those baths. This is a time to be doing those mantras. All right, this is the time to be reaching out to your friends to go schedule, maybe meeting up for a coffee, meeting up for a tea, whatever you're doing. But when we have that deep sense of disconnection, especially when we have the disconnection spiritually, self-care, which is, and I want you to know that if pay attention, and I've got a video coming out on magical showers. Magic in the shower. It's the most magical place in your house. This is also the best place for self-care. It's not always about taking a long bath. Sometimes a good hot shower with some crystals on the floor, And if that's something you're interested in, check out that next upcoming video. All right, witches, I hope this helped y'all and gave you a couple little new thoughts up there. Of course, if you are new, please hit the subscribe. Don't forget to do notify. And of course, that like button really helps. If you're interested to know more about me, Taren S. All right, I'm the founder of House of Witchcraft. We are a Crossroads Witchcraft Tradition. We are traditional folkloric witches. My particular flavor is Southern Conjuring. Oh my, wasn't that a mouthful? Go to houseofwitchcraft.com and you can find out more. And as always, witches, I want you to go out there, fly those brooms, have a bright, blessed day, and it never changes. Amen. Blessed be, Ashe, and H.o.W. May I say wise words? May I say words that other witches and interesting magical people need to hear in this moment? And above all, thank you for this opportunity. I strive to use it wisely.